Hey everyone, listen carefully, because what I'm about to show you is either the greatest coincidence in human history or undeniable proof that the Quran said something 1400 years ago that science discovered just recently. Today, we're talking about the expanding universe, one of the most important discoveries in modern cosmology. A discovery that won the Nobel Prize. A discovery that changed everything we know about space, time, galaxies, and the very beginning of existence. But here's the twist. In the year 1929, astronomer Edwin Hubble discovered that galaxies are moving away from each other, that the universe is expanding. Yet in the 7th century, in the deserts of Arabia, the Quran stated something incredibly similar, and no one can explain how. If you think this is a coincidence, fine. If you think it's revelation, fine. But by the end of this video, you will not be able to say, I didn't know. So let's dive into the miracle of the expanding universe. 1. The modern scientific discovery. In 1929, Edwin Hubble pointed his telescope toward distant galaxies. What he found shocked the world. Every galaxy was moving away from us. Not just moving, accelerating. The farther a galaxy was, the faster it moved. This became known as Hubble's law, and it led to the foundation of the Big Bang theory. Later, advanced technology, supertelescopes, cosmic microwave background radiation, redshift measurements, confirmed the same thing. The universe is not static. It's expanding, growing, stretching like a giant cosmic fabric. This was a breakthrough so massive that physicists like Einstein had to reconsider their previous beliefs. In fact, Einstein once added a correction to his equations to avoid the idea of an expanding universe. He later called it the biggest mistake of his life. So, the expanding universe is not a small scientific detail. It is one of the central pillars of modern cosmology. But here's where things get truly shocking. 2. The Quran's statement, 1400 years ago. Let's look at Quran 51:47. And the heaven we built with strength, and indeed, we are expanding it. Read that again. We are expanding it. This wasn't written after Hubble. This wasn't written after telescopes. This was written 14 centuries ago when people believed the sky was a dome or a ceiling. The Arabic word used is musiun, and linguists confirm it means expanding, stretching, continuously widening. There's no metaphor, no symbolic guess, no poetic exaggeration. It is a direct statement that the universe is expanding. So here's the question every viewer must ask. How did a man in the 7th century, who couldn't read or write, who lived in a desert culture with no scientific tools, describe something that modern science only proved in the last 100 years? Coincidence, revelation, or something else entirely? Whatever you think, this line from the Quran demands attention. 3. Why this verse is a scientific miracle. Now, some people might say, maybe Muhammad guessed. Let's examine that logically. At the time the Quran was revealed, people believed the heavens were fixed and unchanging. The universe was seen as eternal and static. Ancient Greek philosophers like Aristotle taught a completely static universe. There was zero concept of galaxies or expansion. No telescopes existed until 1,000 years later. So imagine someone in the 7th century saying, the universe is expanding. This would be insane, absurd, scientifically laughable. Yet the Quran says exactly that, confidently and clearly. And here's the unbelievable part. Even Einstein, the smartest man of modern physics, initially denied the expansion. He thought the universe must be static. But the Quran didn't. 4. Supporting details in the Quran. This isn't the only verse related to cosmology. The Quran repeatedly describes the universe as dynamic, not static. For example, 21:30. The heavens and the earth were joined together, then we split them apart, which many Muslims interpret as the Big Bang. 79:27-28. He raised its height, and he perfected it. Some scholars say this supports the idea of continuous cosmic formation. But the strongest, clearest statement remains 5147. No ambiguity, no metaphor, just, we are expanding it. Section 5. What scientists say today. Today, NASA confirms the universe is expanding at an accelerating rate. Dark energy pushes galaxies apart. Space itself stretches. This is not a theory. This is observed, measured, photographed. So we have two facts. 1. Modern science. The universe is expanding. 2. Quran, 7th century. The universe is expanding. These two facts match perfectly, yet they are separated by 1400 years. You decide what that means. Look, whether you're Muslim, Christian, atheist, or just curious, you cannot deny this. When a 7th century text describes one of the greatest scientific discoveries of our age, you must at least stop and think. Was it a guess? Luck? Coincidence? Or something far more extraordinary? If the Quran got this right, what else does it say that science hasn't discovered yet? Stay curious, stay open-minded, and remember, truth doesn't fear investigation.